Hey guys, are you a fan of Christopher Nolan? The answer would be yes. Are you a fan of Quentin Tarantino? The answer would again be yes. No, I'm not here to talk about movies, but I was thinking about how to take this video forward. So two styles struck me. One was Nolan's complicated style, and the other is Tarantino's episodic style. Nolan's style requires a lot of time and effort, whereas Tarantino's style requires a lot of structuring, but it doesn't consume much time. So due to various factors, I thought I could stick to Tarantino's episodic style here. So this is how it goes. Today, I want to talk about passion. Let me give you an overview of how this is going to go. I'm going to tell you a story about a guy, about how he finds his passion, about how determined he is to achieve his dream. Then, I'm going to give you 2 points which are going to be really important for your life. And then, I'm going to tell you about something which you need to look out for when you're trying to find out your passion. So let's go to the story. I know a guy. He's a normal guy. Just like many people, he used to keep whiling away his time. He did not have anything solid to do. This kept happening for a long time. And he did not like it. He wanted to do something really productive. So he started exploring. He gave a try at anything he encountered, with the hope that he would really love the thing which he encountered at the moment and he could do it for the rest of his life. This kept happening for a long time too. But nothing really turned up. But he did not lose hope. Suddenly, one day, he encountered something. I'm not going to tell you what it is. That thing created a spark in him. He was mind blown. After that, he ventured into the field and started doing a lot of work. To his surprise, he found out that no matter how much of a time he spent, he never got bored. Adding to that, whenever he used to listen to anything related to the field, it created a magical feeling in him. So this was happening, and after a point of time, it was very clear to him. He told to himself, this is what I want to do in my life. But there were problems. The people around him were stereotyping. So from very early on, he had been having these stereotypic ideas in mind. But due to explorations, he broke out from those stereotypic ideas very soon. And even though he loved what he really did, still it took a lot of time to get convinced and to settle on that idea. He even told about this idea to his people. They were stereotyping. They thought it was crazy. They did not like it. They did not want him to do it. So all these demotivated him. But each and every time, he came back stronger. He did not receive any support to do his work. But he could not stop doing it. He used to skip a time of food a day. He used to eat really less. He used to sell anything he had to get money to carry on his work. People used to mock at him, but he never cared for them. He was really determined to achieve his final dream. There are 2 types of goals. One is the end goal, and the other is the means goal. The end goal is the final thing, whereas the means goal are those which help to attain the end goal. Right now, that guy is designing several means goals to attain the end goals. He is really determined to achieve his dream. So that's the end of the story. Now if you've been sleeping till now, please wake up. I'm going to tell you something really important. The first thing, find your passion and pursue it. This guy in the story, he was a normal guy, but right now, he's a beast. You know why I call him a beast? It's because when he gets high or when he gets angry, he starts banging the door, he starts beating the desk, he starts punching the air. He does all the sort of things and he loves it. I remember Rajinikanth saying this. எனக்குள்ள இருக்கிற சிங்கத்தை தட்டி எழுப்பிட்ட, which means there was a lion sleeping in him, and right now it's awake. And there's a beast sleeping in you too. You need to wake it up. But how do you do that? It's when you find your passion and you pursue it. So how do you find your passion? It's really important, right? You need to explore a lot of things. You need to try each and everything that comes on your way. You need to put yourselves in that shoes and ask yourself several questions. Do you really love that? Do you mind doing that throughout your lives? So you need to keep thinking about it all the time, and you'll eventually find out that you'll be eliminating a lot of choices rather than selecting your favorite one. So it'll take a lot of time, and about that we'll talk later. A lot of people actually find out their passion, out of which some of them don't even try, and some of them leave it half the way. They have a lot of negativity in their brains. They think they may not be successful, they are not a genius, they won't get money, or they're worried about what other people will think about them. They keep giving excuses all the time. Such people will go nowhere. They won't make any progress. So what's the use of finding the passion? So finding your passion is alone not enough, but you need to have the strong determination to pursue it. And right now, I'm going to tell you an important factor which is going to play a major role in anything what you do. There are two things. One is finding a passion and the second is pursuing it. Finding a passion is not as easy as it sounds. It may take a lot of time to arrive at something what you really love. It may take a few days if you're lucky, few weeks, few months, or maybe even few years. You never know. So you really need to start acting right now, because if you don't, you will end up not finding it at all, or you'll find it at a very later stage, and which will place you in regret, and it will make you feel that you've wasted a lot of time. So this is a wake-up call for you if you're a time waster. Now, from the moment when you start pursuing your passion, you'll be facing a lot of struggles. I don't like to use the word struggles here. It's because when people do what they really love, they don't like to use the words like I'm working really hard, I'm struggling, I'm very busy. They don't like to use these words, but I'll still use it for you, for your better understanding. So the struggles are of two sorts. One being they contribute to the final dream. And the second, they don't contribute at all. But you need to overcome each and every one of them. So in the process, you might be defeated initially. But then over time, you will develop a really strong determination to fight them, to overcome them. And that is what will change you completely. It will make you really stronger. It will make you a beast. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time. And one more thing. The struggles which you will need to face will increase as the time progresses. Let's say you start now, and the struggles which you need to face is X. Let's say you start 5 years later. The struggles which you may need to face might be 2x or maybe even more. So what I'm really trying to tell you is to stop wasting time and start acting now. It's really important. One of my other friends is starting a company. He wanted some mentorship. So he called me and asked me if I could accompany him for the session. I wanted to try it out. So we both went to the session. The mentor was Lakshman Krishnamurthy. He is the current vice chair of the BYSG Entrepreneur Identification Group of the Chennai cluster. He has trained several entrepreneurs and he knows where exactly people will go wrong. It was roughly a 2-hour session. It was an extraordinary session. He was just pouring his years of experience onto us by giving several points and several examples. One of his specific points really caught my eye, and it was, passion is the most misused word amongst youngsters. Nowadays, people are distracted by several things. Something fascinates them and they conclude that it's their passion. They spend a lot of time, they put in a lot of effort, eventually to find out that it's not their cup of tea. But why did this happen? It's because of the lack of research. When something strikes you, when something fascinates you, enter the field, talk to people, conduct research, and do a lot of work. If it's really a passion, when you keep doing a lot of work, you will arrive a point when you'll feel, this is what I want to do. So this is something which you really need to watch out for when trying to find your passion. Do a lot of research and keep asking yourself from time to time, does this really suit me? Will I do this throughout my life? So these were the points which I wanted to convey to this video. Let's go through a quick recap. First, we saw the story of a guy who found out his passion and how determined he is to pursue it. And then we looked at 2 points. The first one being finding a passion and pursuing it. The second one being the time. And finally, we looked at one thing which we must really watch out for while trying to find out our passion. So hope this video would have been really useful to you. I really hope that this video would have created a spark in you to go and try to find out your passion and pursue it with strong determination. I wish you a very best of luck for it. And this is Akshaia Kumar from IT Madras. If you have any queries or suggestions or whatever, please drop a mail at akshaikumar@gmail.com. I'll be very glad to see it. Thank you.